renowned agricultural scientist. Dr. Brahmanand is presently serving as a project director, Water Technology Center (ICR), New Delhi, and has previously contributed as Director Research at RPCAU Pusa, Bihar. He is also the chairperson of FAD 17 Farm Irrigation and Drainage Systems, Sectional Committee of the Bureau of Indian Standards, and a core group member of the National Task Force on Integrated Water Resource Development and Management, NITI Aayog. Sir's achievements are truly extraordinary and multidimensional. He is a two-time Guinness World Record holder, first for delivering the longest speech marathon in 2012, lasting 33 hours and 46 minutes on science and technology, society, and human development, and second for the fastest time to identify all elements of periodic table in 2016, completing the challenge in just 3 minutes and 54 seconds. He also holds the remarkable feat of delivering the longest extempore speech of 38 hours and 21 minutes on the philosophy of Swami Vivekananda. These milestones reflect not only his intellectual brilliance, but also his perseverance, discipline, and passion for knowledge. Dr. Brahmanand has honored with numerous awards, both national and international, including Indira Gandhi Rajbhasha Puraskar twice for original book writing in Hindi, ICR Awards for Outstanding Interdisciplinary Team Research twice, Vasant Rao Naik Award of ICR 2007, Certification of Excellence from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Appreciation from the National Water Mission Government of India, Eminent Water Resource Scientist Award 2023 from IWRS IIT Roorkee, Leadership Award of Soil Conservation Society of India, Utkal Samman Award, and Eminent Scientist Award 2024 of AgriVision, among many others. He is also the Fellow of Indian Water Resource Society IIT Roorkee and the Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences. As a scientist, Dr. Brahmanand has made pioneering contributions in flood management, waterlogged area technologies, watershed management, irrigation designs, flexi rubber check dams, and yield gap analysis for cereals in India. He has published over 100 research papers in reputed journals, including Nature Communications, and his impactful research has been a game changer for water resource management, agricultural sustainability. Sir, your illustrious career is a true reflection of dedication, innovation, and service to the nation. Your vision for sustainable water resource management and farmer welfare is an inspiration for all of us. It is indeed an honor to host you today, and we are certain that your valuable insights will enlighten and motivate every participant here. A very warm welcome once again, Dr. Brahmanand, sir. Over to you. The session is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Nandini, for giving me such a big honor and means describing about some of my achievements. And it is a big honor, and I owe everything to the Goddess Saraswati for that, and blessings of Almighty. Thank you very much. And I also would like to express my gratitude to Ankur Sharma ji, who is actually instrumental for organizing such a series of training programs, especially for the faculty development. So, and also thankful to all the participants, because without you, I will not have a platform where I will be sharing some of my thoughts. I rather say it is a thought sharing process, because learning is a continuous process. Let me just share the presentation. Have you given the sharing option here?
एडमिन प्लीज देखिए। हाँ सर है, आप कर सकते हैं शेयर, आप कर सकते हैं शेयर।
कर सकते हैं सर, वहाँ पे ग्रीन बटन होगा तो शेयर का।
I know. I think it's not showing. Let me just see.
Yeah.
There is some issue with the window sharing actually.
Sir, in Zoom, like I open the Zoom now.
File is yeah, I have opened it in the desktop, and the file is also open. Generally, it will be showing in the window. It is not showing.
Okay.
Let me again try it. Yeah, now it is there. Yeah. So is it visible to you?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So shall I take around 35 to 40 minutes, then we can have a discussion? Is it like that?
Yes, sir. Sure. Please.
I think it must be now in the full screen. Okay. Are you able to see the full screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Doctor. Yes, Doctor. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks to all of you again. Good evening. Actually, I am just sharing the thoughts on the eco-friendly and sustainable water resource management for ensuring food security and Viksit Bharat. I have used here the terms like eco-friendly and sustainable. And the one important aspect is water resource management, where we have the expertise in that. So I would like to share on that. But the final objective is to ensure the food security and also to achieve the Viksit Bharat. So for which the Bharat Sarkar is aiming mainly for the 2047. The Honorable Prime Minister, he wishes a collective efforts, a coordinated efforts, a very high dedicated efforts from all the stakeholders, including researchers, academicians, then policymakers, administrators, and most importantly, farmers. The coordinated efforts can lead to the Viksit Bharat. So at the end of the talk, I would like to just make a philosophical thought process, and also how the science can really make the pathway for the, what you can say, like a welfare establishment of the welfare society, how we can do that. So I will be, my talk will be a mixture of both philosophy and science, because I prefer in these type of forums. I believe that learning is a continuous process, and there is no circumference for it. Actually, we need to be more creative, and we need to be sensitive towards the society, and for which this Ma Bharat has provided so many inspirational personalities. They have given a lot of very rich philosophy for us. So I will be just clubbing both, and to make it a little bit a combined one. So I am starting with the shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. The vasasi jirnani yada vihaya navani gruhnati naro parani tada sarirani vihaya jirna nyayani samyati navani dei. This is actually in the chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita. Very important, you can say, like verse, which just describes that, nothing is like, what you can say, like what you interpret something, it is completely nothing actually. Everything is a circular. So just you see the meaning of this particular verse says that, just as the man removes the worn out clothes and puts on the new ones, similarly, the embodied self, it leaves the worn out bodies and adopts another body which is new. That means the soul is permanent, and we need to be very clear about this, so that what will happen, we need not fear for anything as far as the holiness component is concerned. Be with a braveness and maintain the purity, and you will be the perfect person. So this is also been described in other verses of Bhagavad Gita. Like in one of the verse, it is like Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavakaha. Na Chainam Kladayantapo, na Soshayati Maruta. It is the soul which is permanent. Why I'm talking about this? Once you understand the meaning of this, you will not be perturbed by any of the factors when you are working for a holy mission, whether it is for the benefit of farmer, whether you are working for the advancement of science. You will be 100%, you will be very perfect, and your concentration will be good. See, after all, the science and technology, what we do, whether it is agricultural science or whether it is a nano science, any other field of science, where we have made excellence now compared to the initial period, like ancient period. But this science and technology, the results of this science and technology, it should finally reach the human in such a manner that the basic level, at the basic level, any human is there, he should get the results of this one. That means it is not only the development, finally the distribution of the results of the development should be very good, and which was very much there in Indian society in the earlier period, and slowly somehow we have eroded it because of loss of sensitivity to the human beings. But there are several great people from all religions. They have shown the path, and India has become resilient. And just I am giving you here an example that science and technology, you can compare it with like a human circulatory system where the heart is the main pumping organ. So it is just like a machine. It pumps the blood to the arteries and veins. To the arteries, it reaches the different parts. Again, it will go back to the heart, to the veins. Now the issue is the circulatory system is very important. Just like that, science and technology is also very important. No doubt about it. Efficiency will be brought by it. But the type of blood, the pureness with which the blood is supplied, whether it is oxygenated blood or not, that heart doesn't have the control over it. That will be taken care by the respiratory system. In human body, we have in respiratory system, we have lungs. They take care of oxygenation of the blood. They will pump the oxygen. Then only the oxygenated blood, the moment it reaches the different cells, we feel so good, and then only the life will continue. Otherwise, you just imagine if deoxygenated blood, if lung is not working, deoxygenated blood is carried away by the circulatory system, then the person will die. So what I want,
स्लाइड मूव नहीं कर रहा है, मैं क्षमा चाहूंगा इंटरप्ट करने के लिए, स्लाइड मूव नहीं कर रहा है स्क्रीन पे.
is it the second slide?
एडमिन आप बताइए.
नहीं सर, एक्चुअली आप फिर से एक बार शेयर करेंगे प्लीज. वो पीपीटी मोड में सर कभी कभी हो जाता है ग्लिच, शेयर नहीं करता ना,
So
मतलब
let me see again you just see. I think in the full
Yes, sir.
screen it may be
yeah
problem.
yeah yeah
Here
sir,
it is
if you
coming.
go for
So
sir
I
in
think
full screen.
let us check it whether it is in full screen. If it is okay, otherwise we'll run it like this. Let me see whether it is moving now.
No sir, it's not showing on the screen.
I think then there is issue with the full screen then actually.
Yes sir.
I think we'll move it in this way then.
You like sir, you have to share your screen again sir.
Or I shall I close it and I will do it again.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Let me
Please
see.
share the screen sir,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, I understand. Let me see. Let us give one more try. I think let us see. Okay. Now you
No,
tell
sir.
me whether it is moving or not.
No sir, it's not moving, like it's not.
So I think there is some issue with that.
Yeah, with full screen sir. In that way it moves like.
Yeah, I understand. This is coming sometimes, na. This problem is.
Yeah, sometimes it happens sir, with full screen.
Okay, no issue. I think I will move it like this. Okay.
Yes sir, sure.
Now it is moving, na.
ये
This
ठीक है
is
सर,
moving?
ये
Yes
ठीक
sir,
है, ये
yes sir,
ठीक
yes
है.
moving.
Yes sir, yes
Okay,
sir, ये
I'll
ठीक है.
move it in this way. Yeah, this is the
Yes,
one
sir.
where
Done,
where I was talking about. This is the science and technology we are comparing with human circulatory system like heart, and whereas the human respiratory system is basically it is providing the pureness or oxygenation of the blood. So what I want to say now, if the right interpretation, if we can make, we can compare the science and technology with the human circulatory system. So it is very much essential. It has provided so many benefits, and it will be providing in future also. But Without the respiratory system, you can compare the spirituality, ethics, or right attitude can be compared with the human respiratory system. They will provide the right direction to the science and technology. The results of the science and technology can go to the really for the welfare society, for the welfare of the humankind, only if there is a right balance, a blend of the philosophical thought process of spirituality of all religions and also the science and technology. The combination is the necessity. So even in agriculture science also, when you are working, okay, understand the technical aspect, but finally within us, the DNA should be there to have the sensitiveness towards the poor farmers, and then only that combination can bring the Viksit Bharat. So that is the one, that is the concept which I am just trying to ventilate here. And another way of comparing is like science and technology is just like a satellite, whereas the spirituality, ethics, right idea is like satellite launching vehicle. This will provide the actually direction to it. So it is not that the originally the material, it is the material where it will be given, how the society will get benefit. That is more important. Viksit Bharat mainly requires that one. The Honorable Prime Minister requires the support of such type of vehicles, the human vehicles, who can do that. So this is the one I just put it here. The God provides the efficiency, and He will, the Almighty tests the attitude, and that's the area where we need to score. In agriculture field also, we should be very blend of the balance of efficiency and attitude. Then only the human development is possible. Of course, this is the one I said earlier in the agri-vision also. This is what we can learn from not only from like some of the persons, but also from some of the surroundings, especially the natural resources like water. So water can be considered as a true guru in one sense, that it's not just only a chemical compound of only H2O molecule, but if we can really analyze and just we can really motivate from it the way in which that one H of the H2 that stands for the head portion of the water, that is the technical options which you are talking about, the science and technology portion, which I will be sharing with some of the sustainable water management practices. They all will comprise for that. The second one is the H portion, that is the heart portion. That is the sensitivity towards the society. How we can really feel for the farmer. किसान के लिए कैसे हम लोग sensitive होंगे, वो बहुत जरूरी है. Not having just simply having a head portion. So ये दोनों के combination बहुत जरूरी है. उसी के लिए water will provide this 2H. We can say one is head portion, another one is the heart portion, and the O portion, that is oxygen, which is in the H2O. You can say that is the optimizing factor. If you in science हम लोग बात करते हैं optimize कैसे करना है, it's nothing but a right balance. So head और heart portion को जो optimize करने वाला जो चीज है, that is the O portion, and it's in that way if you can consider, then the whole philosophical thought process and also the scientific intellectual portion, they both can go together. So I always take the example of Swami Vivekananda, the birth anniversary of this great personality we celebrate as a National Youth Day in India. The Swamiji, his ideas, suppose because learning is a continuous process, as Dr. Abdul Kalam always, he becomes a great example. Even in the last moment also, he was trying to, inspire the young minds in northeastern India. What I want to say here is education is not just only collection of the facts. Education is an instrument which will make the manifestation of the perfection, which is already in us. Actually, the perfection is already in us, but only it is the issue of manifestation. To get the manifestation, the education is required. That's why what Vivekananda said, the education is the concentration of mind. It's not the collecting the facts. If I really understand the power of the concentration, then with that powerful instrument, I could collect the facts at will. That is what Vivekananda said. अगर concentration अगर हमारा पास है, अगर इतना dedicatedness and concentration पूरा लगन उसमें रहेगा, then anything, कुछ भी चीज को हम लोग अच्छी तरह से we can achieve. And similarly, he also said the other angle, other side of the coin, that is education, which does not help the common mass of the people to equip themselves for the struggle for life, and also which does not bring out the strength of the character or spirit of philanthropy and courage of a lion. He said that, is it worth the name? The real education is that which is an enabler, which enables one to stand on his own legs. So this is also aligning with the principle which we are talking in the beginning. मैंने जिसमें मैंने पॉजिटिवली सकारात्मक विश्लेषण किया वाटर मॉलिक्यूल को लेके या हमारा जो एंशिएंट टेक्स्ट को लेके, तो उसी की तरफ से स्वामी जी का जो एजुकेशन का जो प्रिंसिपल है, इट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस. अगर हमने कुछ भी टेक्निकल नॉलेज गेन करे, लेकिन अगर ये फिलोसॉफिकल थॉट प्रोसेस अगर ठीक तरह से समझेंगे नहीं, तो रियली जो बेनिफिट जो होना चाहिए सोसाइटी के लिए, वो हो नहीं पाएगा. Similarly, he also mentioned that education is not the amount of information that is put into your brain and runs right there and digested all your life. He was mainly concentrating on the life building, man making, character making, assimilation of ideas. बताता है कि अगर ऐसे 5 आइडिया अगर हमारे पास रहेगा, उसी से कैरेक्टर बन जाएगा, लाइफ बन जाएगा. इस तरह का अगर आदमी रहेगा, अगर कोई आदमी पूरा लाइब्रेरी में बैठ के अगर पूरा बाय हार्ट करेगा, उससे भी बेटर एजुकेशन इनका आ जाएगा. क्योंकि इसी ये एजुकेशन का जो मेन मतलब है, जो कंसंट्रेशन जो है, वो अगर अगर वो परफेक्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट आपके पास आ जाएगा, दूसरा चीज के लिए सोचने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा. सिमिलरली स्वामी जी ऑल्सो मेंशन दैट नॉलेज इज nowhere outside, it's everywhere. Knowledge comes from inside only. Everything is in our brain. So इसको manifest कैसे करना है, उसके लिए external world will act as a just as a one it is a one instrument which will make you to think about the science and all. So and also it also will make you to think about the welfare of the other people, the sensitiveness and all that. So similarly, I mentioned here John Henry Wright reference to Swamiji, because Swami Vivekananda, when he has gone for that, that important, that famous, wonderful event, that Chicago speech, every one of us know. The before that, the organizers उनको allow नहीं कर रहे थे, क्योंकि उनके पास वो academic credentials नहीं है करके. Then वो John Henry Wright जो प्रोफेसर थे, very high level personality, academician थे, तो उनके पास जब गया, उन्होंने बताया, उन्होंने जस्ट कुछ समय स्वामी जी के साथ बात करने के बाद उन्होंने स्वामी जी को बोलते हैं कि स्वामी जी, आस्किंग यू द whether you can have the right to speak here, it is just like asking the sun to show its right to shine. So इनका जो अथॉरिटी, इनका जो प्यूरिटी ऑफ थॉट प्रोसेस को देख के वो इतना इंप्रेस हो गया, उन्होंने जो कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को सिंपली टेस्टिमोनियल ऐसा लिख के दिया, वेरी सिंपल टेस्टिमोनियल. उसमें उन्होंने ये लिखा था, हियर इज अ पर्सन हु इज मोर लर्न्ड देन ऑल आवर लर्न प्रोफेसर्स टुगेदर. तो इसका मतलब क्या है, ये जो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन से जो स्वामी जी ने जो एक्वायर किया, जो डेडिकेशन से जो एक्वायर किया, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इज द ओरिजिनल एजुकेशन. एंड उसी तरह का अगर एजुकेशन अगर एग्रीकल्चर में आएगा, इफ समबडी बिकम्स रियली इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम दैट, एंड एग्रीकल्चर में अगर एक दो अच्छी प्रिंसिपल्स को एसिमुलेट करके फार्मर बेनिफिट के लिए करेगा, देन दैट विल बी ग्रेट. एंड दिस इज द वन ऑफ कोर्स व्हिच डिपिक्ट्स अबाउट द पावर ऑफ कंसंट्रेशन, where Swamiji talks about take up one idea, make that one idea your life, think of it, dream of it, and live on that idea. He says, let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. So if you want really to be blessed and make others blessed, we must go deeper. So anyhow, this is the philosophical thought process which I just opened in the beginning of my discussion. Because without that, there is no value for any branch of science. We need to be very clear about this. And then let us see the technical portion, the head portion. And towards the end of my lecture, again, I will come back to the philosophical and we'll try to conclude. So friends, here I am talking about the sustainable water resource management. So we need to understand the water cycle, how the water comes and how the water goes. Simply the water, whatever is going out is in the form of like evapotranspiration. So whatever is falling on the earth, it is in the form of a precipitation. So in the total precipitation, just for an idea, you should have an idea that is around 1,16,500 billion cubic meters is the precipitation, out of which 70,600 BCM is going as a evapotranspiration. Why I am showing this slide, this is the whole world picture है. तो इसमें क्या है कि अराउंड 60% जो प्रेसिपिटेशन है वो एवापोट्रांसपिरेशन हो जाता है, अराउंड 40% रन ऑफ में जाता है, थोड़ा वेरिएशंस आर देयर, लेकिन फाइनली ये जो ट्रेंड जो है ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर रहेगा. तो उससे हम इससे थोड़ा रिलेट करना है, तो मैं अभी इंडिया का वाटर अवेलेबिलिटी स्टेटस को बता रहा हूँ. इफ यू सी द इंडियन सिनेरियो, द प्रेसिपिटेशन जितना भी इंडिया में होता है उसको अगर वाटर रिसोर्सेस के हिसाब से अगर आपने कन्वर्ट करेंगे दैट बिकम्स 4000 BCM। उसमें जो वाटर रिसोर्सेस का जो सरफेस वाटर रिसोर्स और टोटल वाटर रिसोर्स का पोटेंशियली जो है अराउंड 47% है, दैट इज 1869 BCM। इसमें जो जितना यूटिलाइज कर सकता है वो 1123 है। उसमें अगर आप बाइफरकेट करेंगे सरफेस वाटर 690 BCM है, ग्राउंड वाटर 433 है। तो इसमें अगर कहाँ कहाँ से रिवर बेसिन से अगर आप देखेंगे इंडिया में जो ब्रह्मपुत्र से जो कंट्रीब्यूट हो रहा है, गंगा से कंट्रीब्यूट हो रहा है, ये बहुत ज्यादा मेजर पोर्शन है। देन गोदावरी, कृष्णा, महानदी एंड ऑल आल्सो दे कंट्रीब्यूट। Similarly, in case of groundwater also, from those river basins, we have the correlative figures. अगर हम इंडिया में नेट कल्चरेबल एरिया देखेंगे, नेट सोन एरिया देखेंगे, तो अराउंड 141 मिलियन हेक्टेयर्स नेट कल्चरेबल एरिया है। उसमें रेन फेड एरिया जो है दैट इज 45%, इरिगेटेड एरिया 55%। द नेट इरिगेटेड एरिया अभी 55% तक पहुंच गया है। अर्लियर पीरियड वी यूज्ड टू रीड दिस एज लो एज 30%, बट नाउ ये 55% हुआ है। बट इवन एट 45% रेन फेड एरिया इज स्टिल मैग्नीट्यूड में अभी भी 63 मिलियन हेक्टेयर्स में आता है। तो हम लोग का स्ट्रेटजी जो सस्टेनेबल वाटर रिसोर्स में ये होना चाहिए, वट एवर द प्रेसिपिटेशन दैट इज फॉलिंग ऑन द रेन फेड एरिया, वहां हमको स्टोरेज को बढ़ाना पड़ेगा। अगर स्टोरेज बढ़ाएंगे, रेन वाटर को कंजर्व करेंगे, अगर स्टोरेज को बढ़ाएंगे, तभी तो एक अच्छी तरह से सस्टेन होके हम लोग वाटर रिसोर्स को यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं। सिमिलरली ये जो वेस्ट वाटर है, अभी अर्बन पॉपुलेशन बढ़ रहा है। जब 2047 after 100 years after India's independence, so by that time we are targeting for the Vikasit Bharat. So actually by 2047 the urban population is going to have a shift of around 20% on the higher side. So because of that, the water which will be wastewater which will be generated in the urban areas will be quite higher compared to the presently, that is 72,368 million liters per day. So इसको कैसे हम लोग ट्रीट करके, ऐसा टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए जो वेस्ट वाटर को ट्रीट कर सकता है, स्पेशली अर्बन वेस्ट वाटर को, म्युनिसिपल वेस्ट वाटर को, और उसके बाद उसको टेस्ट करके अगर वो थ्रेशोल्ड लिमिट से कम है तो उसको कैसे हम लोग एग्रीकल्चर के लिए सेफली यूज कर सकते हैं। सिमिलरली हम लोग वाटर यूज एफिशिएंसी की जो बात करते हैं इरिगेटेड एरिया में, उसमें अगर माइक्रो इरिगेशन का अगर आज की स्थिति देखेंगे, अराउंड 17 मिलियन हेक्टेयर, 16.7 मिलियन हेक्टेयर is under the micro irrigation. इसमें स्प्रिंकलर little higher than the drip, the 9 million hectares, drip जो है 7.7 है। लेकिन इसमें एक इश्यू है, क्योंकि there are 5 states which are having the maximum area, around 80% of the total micro irrigation area is under those 5 states. So remaining states में भी इसका एरिया को बढ़ाने की आवश्यकता है, उसमें हम लोग को कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना है। Another major issue अगर सस्टेनेबिलिटी का बात करेंगे और स्पेशली वाटर रिसोर्सेस का, उसमें यह है कि इरिगेशन के लिए अभी जितना वाटर शेयर है वो धीरे धीरे कम होने वाला है। स्पेशली 2050 में ये 70 to 75 के बीच में आ जाएगी, क्योंकि द इंडस्ट्रियल नेसेसिटीज, एनर्जी सेक्टर का जो नीड्स है, दे विल इंक्रीज एट फार हायर रेट। You see from 15 to 130, how many times the energy is going to increase. Similarly, industry is also increasing almost threefold from 25 to 50. Whereas in case of irrigation, once, even though it increases at a lesser rate, what will happen, the share in the 2050 out of 1447 the BCM, it will be coming down from the 83 to 74%. That means जब water resources का availability कम होने वाला है, तो उसके लिए, उसको सामने करने के लिए हम लोग को वाटर यूज एफिशिएंसी को बढ़ाना है। ऐसा टेक्नोलॉजीज को रेन फेड एरिया में और इरिगेटेड एरिया में लेकर आना पड़ेगा। सिमिलरली कुछ चैलेंज इकोसिस्टम्स है, जहां ड्राउट होगा, जहां फ्लड होगा, वहां फार्मर्स के लिए क्या क्या टेक्नोलॉजीज थोड़ा रेजिलियंस बढ़ाने के लिए हेल्प हो सकता है, उसके बारे में भी हम लोग को कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना पड़ेगा। अभी तक मैंने आपको जो दिखाया था, दैट इज ए सप्लाई साइड। नाउ वी कैन सी the demand side of water management. So what is the demand side? Especially for the irrigation sector, it is the crops which take the water. But out of the crops, there are crops like sugarcane, which takes around 2000 to 2400 mm, whereas in case of rice, it takes like 900 to 1200 mm. So they are the water guzzling crops, you can say. They will take huge amount of water. Similarly, the jute also takes a huge amount of water. And whereas in case of the other crops, some of the crops like pulses, oil seeds, the millets, they take less amount of water. So if you can concentrate on optimal cropping pattern wherever is possible, because the economic factors also we have to see, that will help us in the planning of the sustainable water resources. But if you see the predominant cropping system now, rice wheat is the dominant cropping system. This is the whole India picture for the almost district wise, how the different cropping system. You can see the diversity of the cropping system which India is having, and we also estimated the water demand for each state depending upon the type of the crops. The state like Uttar Pradesh, it is automatically expected to be having the highest water demand, because the crops like sugarcane, rice, they are a good amount of area. Depending upon the amount of area, directly proportional, and more amount of water is required. Similarly, the states like Mizoram, they are having the lowest. So we have the estimations of all, and only thing is we need to plan how we can do it. Now, अगर आज की स्थिति में क्या क्या चैलेंजेस है उसमें देखेंगे, द वर्ल्ड वाटर डे जो मार्च 22 में जो सेलिब्रेट किया था, तो उसमें जो थीम रहा ग्लेशियर प्रिजर्वेशन. तो ग्लेशियर प्रिजर्वेशन क्यों रहा? क्योंकि glaciers are melting at a far higher rate in the recent years, because we have disturbed the nature, whatever the reason may be, in the name of development, in the name of modern practices, in agriculture sector, in industrial sector, everywhere. And because of that, the greenhouse gas emission has increased, the global warming has contributed. Finally, it is also resulting in the glacier melting. The higher rate of melting, it is not at all good for the total world, including India. And in India, it is the Himalayan region which is having the glaciers. So in Himalayan regions, the glaciers are also they are the source for the lakes and mainly for the rivers, like Ganga system, Brahmaputra. They get the main source from the glaciers. अगर ग्लेशियर्स ज्यादा मेल्टिंग हो जाएगा, फ्यूचर में ऐसा होगा कि ग्लेशियर का क्वांटिटी कम हो जाएगा, तो ग्लेशियर से जो पानी जो आके जो रिवर फ्लो में जो कंट्रीब्यूट करना है उसका वॉल्यूम कम हो जाएगा. सो दैट इज नॉट गुड फॉर द वाटर रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट, बिकॉज द रिवर एरियाज में रिवर्स के ऊपर हम लोग कंप्लीटली डिपेंड करते हैं सरफेस वाटर रिसोर्स के लिए. तो दैट विल अफेक्ट कंप्लीटली नेगेटिवली. सो वी नीड टू डू सम ऑफ द प्रैक्टिसेस which can reduce the rate of, which can slow down the rate of the melting of the glaciers. Just आपके knowledge के लिए, this is the one almost like around 10,000 glaciers they exist in Indian Himalayas, and especially the states like Ladakh. Then you can say like the Union Territory of Ladakh, then Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, they're all having the glaciers, and Siachen Glacier is the largest glacier which you are having. And this is the one which talks about how the glaciers lakes they are increasing in size, because the glacier lakes which is present in the downward area, because the melting is higher, जो पहले जितना स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी है उसका उतना ही है, और वहां से पानी ज्यादा मेल्टिंग होके आ रहा है, तो it is resulting in the glacial lake outburst floods, which is not at all good, and which is disturbing the agriculture also and farmers welfare also. At the same time, long term में उसका एरिया कम हो जा रहा है ग्लेशियर्स का, तो इट विल हैव ए नेगेटिव इंपैक्ट इन द वाटर रिसोर्सेस. ये आपका जानकारी के लिए है कि स्लोवेनिया एंड वेनेजुला ऑलरेडी ये दो नेशंस है, ये दोनों का पूरा ग्लेशियर्स, बहुत ग्लेशियर्स रहता था पहले, वो टोटली लॉस हो गया है. एंड ये इतना फास्ट मेल्टिंग है, सो इन फ्यूचर we will also have the similar type of challenge in case of India also. So we need to be very much careful, especially the amount of the perennial nature of the rivers which are getting the especially source from the glaciers, they will be affected heavily. So because of that, we need to come up with some of the measures which will be eco-friendly measures, which are the mainly what you can say like sustainable water resource management. So how to accelerate the change to solve the water crisis? Suppose I have identified some of the areas, like in different crops we have a lot of disparity in the irrigation percentages. So there are some areas where we can further enhance the irrigation percentage so that the crop productivity can be enhanced, the water use efficient practices can be really be utilized, so that with lesser water resources the higher productivity of those crops can be achieved. Similarly, I was talking about those, few states are having higher percentage of micro irrigation. For other states also, we need to develop. For example, the potential of micro irrigation is having up to 78 million hectare, whereas presently we have reached to 17 only. So in the remaining, space, which states we need to take what measures, they are all very important. Similarly, we need to stress on the in situ moisture conservation practices and crop diversification, especially for the low water requiring crops like pulses, oilseeds, and millets. They need to be promoted. Then wetlands need to be protected. That is very important, because whatever the heavy rainfall which we are seeing now and whatever the intensity of the floods which we are experiencing, it is one of the reason is we have lost the wetlands at a faster rate. अगर वेटलैंड ज्यादा रहेगा, वो सिंक पोर्शन होके रहेगा, वो सिंक रहेगा तो ज्यादा पानी वहां जाके स्टोर होगा, तो आपका जो हेवी डाउनपोर जब होता है उस समय जो फ्लड इंटेंसिटी जो है वो कम होता है. यही चीज अभी अर्बन एरियाज में भी, सिटीज में भी हो रहा है, जहां एर्लियर जो वाटर बॉडी सिंक करता था, अभी वो सब कंप्लीटली लॉस हो गया. हम लोग वहां लैंड फिलिंग करके अपार्टमेंट्स और सम अदर हाउसेस, इंडस्ट्रियल एक्टिविटीज कर रहा है. सो वाटर कहाँ जाएगा? इसलिए with a little rainfall also now we face lot of drainage issue, water logging and all that. तो river rejuvenation को भी हमको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा. And similarly, disaster आने के बाद, whether it is a flood or drought, how we can really solve it, how fastly the farmer can cope up with the bundling approach, not with one or two measures, total measures including the input supply, कैसे हम लोग community manage करेंगे वो देखना चाहिए. उसी को मैंने some of the water use efficiency और water storage को बढ़ाने के लिए क्या क्या टेक्नोलॉजिकल ऑप्शंस हो सकता है, उसी को मैंने थोड़ा फास्टली दिखाऊंगा. अभी जो रिसेंटली जो इंडिया में जो सेंसस हुआ वाटर बॉडीज का, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का, उसके हिसाब से रफली 24 लाख वाटर बॉडीज इंडिया में है. तो उसमें मैक्सिमम 97% इन रूरल एरियाज में है. एंड आउट ऑफ दीज वाटर बॉडीज इन टर्म्स ऑफ नंबर, द वेस्ट बंगाल, उत्तर प्रदेश, आंध्र प्रदेश, ओडिशा, असम, दे कंट्रीब्यूट ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 63%. सिमिलरली इसमें अगर कॉम्पोजिशन के हिसाब से देखेंगे, लगभग 60% जो है पॉन्ड्स है, देन अराउंड 16% जो है टैंक्स है, रिजर्वायर्स में 12% है. तो दिस इज टू हैव ए ओवरऑल एक आइडिया. अभी क्या है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज टारगेटिंग अमृत सरोवर योजना, वेयर ऑलरेडी जो वाटर बॉडीज है अगर उसको रिनोवेट करेंगे, क्योंकि उसका सिल्ट डिपॉजिट हो गया, स्टोरेज कम हो गया, उसको कैसे बढ़ाना है. एंड सिमिलरली नया स्ट्रक्चर्स क्रिएट करके, नया अमृत सरोवर क्रिएट करके उसमें स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी को बढ़ाना है, क्योंकि भारत में अभी पर कैपिटा वाटर स्टोरेज बहुत कम है, लेकिन हमारा पास प्रेसिपिटेशन लिविंग फ्यू एरियाज, मैक्सिमम एरियाज में अच्छा है. तो उसको कैच करना है, कैसे करेंगे? तो ये अमृत सरोवर योजना, जिसमें 50,000 अमृत सरोवर के लिए भारत सरकार ने लक्ष्य रखा था, लेकिन फाइनली इसको नंबर बढ़ाते बढ़ाते 68,000 अमृत सरोवर आइदर न्यूली क्रिएटेड है, नहीं तो ये रिनोवेशन करके हम लोग बनाया है. दिस इज द पिक्चर आप जो देख रहे हैं, दिस इज फ्रॉम IARI with the help of technical help from the Water Technology Center. And similarly, of course, this is from the agriculture central government, from the ministry, the joint secretary when I visited that. ये अमृत सरोवर को अगर गांव में, जैसा हरियाणा का एक एग्जांपल मैंने चित्र दिखा रहा हूं, how we can really revive the village ponds, and so that वो विलेज पॉन्ड को रिवाइव करके इसको स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी कैसे बढ़ सकता है, उसके कारण जो कितने कमांड एरिया बढ़ा सकता है. जैसा अराउंड 2.15 टाइम्स यहाँ कमांड एरिया बढ़ गया है इस पर्टिकुलर केस में. इट विल बी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम डिफरेंट केसेस, बट ग्राम पंचायत का जो कॉमन कम्युनिटी पॉन्ड्स होता है उसमें ज्यादा इसको टारगेट करे, और इसमें वाटर यूजर एसोसिएशंस का भी हेल्प ले, अच्छी तरह से उसका मेंटेनेंस हो, स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी बढ़ा के we can enhance the prospects of agriculture in the rain-fed areas. ये जो friends, this is another important technology. It is called as a tank cum well system for the plateau areas. ये watersheds में बहुत अच्छा होगा अगर टैंक का नजदीक में अगर वेल को कंस्ट्रक्ट करे, अराउंड 100 to 300 मीटर्स डाउनस्ट्रीम में अगर वेल को कंस्ट्रक्ट करे टैंक का, तो वो क्या होता है कि दोनों जो है ना एक दूसरे को कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री हेल्प करेगा, बिकॉज द वाटर डायनेमिक्स ऐसा है, वाटर हॉरिजॉन्टली भी मूव करता है सीपेज की फॉर्म में, और वर्टिकल भी मूवमेंट होता है. तो इसको लेके आपका जो रिचार्ज के हिसाब से बहुत अच्छी बेनिफिट मिलेगा. इसमें एक सेट ऑफ वेल्स कम्युनिटी बेसिस में करे, एंड गवर्नमेंट का जो डिफरेंट स्कीम्स है, स्पेशली प्रधानमंत्री कृषि सिंचाई योजना में इसको इंटीग्रेट करे तो that will benefit the farmers very good. And this is another one. This is a new, you can say like innovative method, the sustainable method where the two-stage rainwater conservation technique. So इसमें क्या होगा, बेसिकली यहाँ जो आपने पिक्चर में जो देख रहा है, this is basically 1/10 of the land में वो इसको बनाएगा, इसको रेफ्यूज बोलेंगे, इसी का वाटर बॉडी में फिश रहेगा, especially in eastern India, the states like West Bengal, the Bihar, then Odisha, where this submergence is a common practice in the lowlands, where water remains even up to 1 meter in several of the areas, where you can utilize by making the refuge. The fish will remain up to the mid of the August, and after that it will restrict completely refuge, and it will not move to the field after the August. So a partial integration it will happen. The refuge will be in the outside the field. This is called outfield refuge system, and this will help the small and marginal farmers. They can grow from the fry to fingerling stage. This is only additional income that will provide. And these fingerlings, the farmer will sell it to the a main fish pond farmer, the growth pond farmer. This is another innovative method, a sustainable water resource management के लिए very important है. This is a rubber check dam, and ICR has a completely patent on this. Basically, this is a ICR flexi rubber check dam. इसमें मीनिंग ये है, जो मिडिल पोर्शन जो है ये पूरा रबर से बना है, एंड इस रबर डबल लेयर्ड है, एंड इसका इनलेट पाइप जो है ना यहाँ होता है, जो फार्मर कैन फिल इट अप विद इन 20 मिनट्स. दिस जो डैम जो ये अब जो देख रहा है, ये रेज्ड पोर्शन, इसको हम बोलते हैं इन्फ्लेटेड कंडीशन. ये अराउंड 1.5 मीटर इन्फ्लेट हो जाता है. तो क्या होगा, ऑन द side from which the water is coming, there the level of water it will increase, and even up to 800 meters to 1 kilometer it will increase. Then the fields adjacent to that, the farmer can irrigate in a better manner. अगर इसमें जब फ्लड टाइप का सिनारियो आता है तब उसको छोड़ना पड़ता है, then what there is another pipe is there, that is a outlet pipe is there at the bottom. फार्मर सिंपली एक नॉर्मल रेंज से उसको ओपन कर ले तो वो क्या होगा, तो पूरा पानी निकल जाएगा, एंड ये जो डैम जो इन्फ्लेटेड में जो है वो कंप्लीटली ग्राउंड लेवल तक चला जाएगा. ये वाटर जो है कंप्लीटली टुवर्ड्स द अदर साइड जाके ये ड्रेन हो जाएगा. इसका एडवांटेज क्या है कंपेयर टू द कंक्रीट चेक डैम, ये लाइफ ज्यादा है इसका, 20 to 25 years है. इट वाज टेस्टेड इन इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी IIT Mumbai in a hydraulic lab, and then it is also proved to it's having a resilience towards even earthquake also. Means it is having a very good long-term benefit, especially life of the rubber dam is very good. Whereas in case of concrete check dams, especially in the tropical regions like Maharashtra, Rajasthan, what will happen, basically the cracks will develop within the 4 to 5 years. So and in this, what you can do by having that additional storage, the series of rubber dams, if you can make with the help of the PM KSY and other schemes of Government of India, then the farmers can, in cooperative basis, and also taking the help of Water User Association, they can enhance the yield of the crops like anything. This is a very good sustainable water management practice. Similarly, of course, the distribution of water is also important. The conveyance of water is also important. So when you come to the, till now we have talked about how to enhance the storage, how to enhance the water conservation in the rain-fed areas. Now, if you see in case of the irrigated area, like, micro irrigation we talk, then drip fertigation. So what will happen in drip fertigation? You will supply the fertilizers in the liquid form along with the water, and so that the water use efficiency and nutrient use efficiency can be enhanced. This is the one which we are having a successful experience. This is an integrated drip cum mulch technology for saving the water, for enhancing the water use efficiency. We have done it for the sorghum, then pearl millet, and she is the director of Dr. Tara Satyavati, director of Indian Institute of Millet Research. Sri Anna में उन्होंने काम करता है. She is the director there. And basically sorghum और pearl millet जिनके ऊपर हम लोग का इंटरनेशनल मिलेट कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था 2 साल पहले, ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर इसको इनॉग्रेट किए थे. इसमें भी इवन दो हम लोग सोचता है कि दे आर ओनली रेन फेड, बट इरिगेशन देंगे, थोड़ा अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी से इरिगेशन देंगे, इसका रेस्पॉन्स इज क्वाइट गुड. And similarly, uska even for the DSR, nowadays we are talking about direct seeded rice. In the direct seeded rice also, this technology is having very good impact. अगर फार्मर को अच्छा बेनिफिट देना है तो एक ही सीजन में नहीं होगा, आप सोरगम करें, पर्ल मिलेट करें, उसके बाद फिर इनका बीच में जो पीरियड है उसको भी यू कैन डू गो फॉर द पायरा क्रॉपिंग, where like here you can see the picture of pea, that will provide the additional revenue to the farmer. And this is the another one where we have tested for the baby corn. So now we are also concentrating on the precision agriculture. Suppose a group of farmers are there, especially the medium and a little bit a large farmer is there. Then for them, we have the technology, we have the automation system, and that will be economical for the larger farms. And this is one technology which will help the farmers for the taking decision easily for irrigation scheduling, especially by making automated surface irrigation system. आप जानते हैं राइस एंड व्हीट में अभी भी मैक्सिमम फार्मर्स इन इंडिया दे आर हैविंग द सरफेस इरिगेशन. सो अगर सरफेस इरिगेशन पद्धति में अगर वो इरिगेशन सिंचाई दे रहा है तो उसको सॉइल मॉइस्चर सेंसर से 1 एकड़ में 2 सेंसर्स रहेगा. वो सेंसर वो सेंस कर लेगी जब उसका स्ट्रेस आने वाला है, then immediately it will provide a signal, it will send the signal to the control unit. ये सोलर ऑपरेटेड होता है, सोलर पैनल इज देयर. कंट्रोल यूनिट में आने के बाद ये जो गेट जो है लिफ्ट हो जाएगा, एंड व्हेन सफिशिएंट वाटर चला जाएगा फिर रिवर्स सिग्नल आ जाएगा, ये गेट क्लोज हो जाएगा, सो दैट वाटर का इकोनॉमी होगा. अराउंड 25% ऑफ द वाटर इसमें सेव कर सकता है, एंड ये मोबाइल से भी ऑपरेट कर सकता है. ये जस्ट नाउ डेवलप हुआ है, उसको अपस्केल करने की स्थिति में है. सिमिलरली हम लोग प्रिसिशन फार्मिंग डेवलपमेंट सेंटर में डिफरेंट टेक्नोलॉजीज को टेस्ट करते हैं. मतलब कितने प्रिसाइजली हम इरिगेशन और सिंचाई दे सकता है, या आप यू कैन आल्सो कल्टिवेट इन द ग्रीन हाउसेस, especially the capsicum and the tomato, even some of the crops like ossimum, which is a basil. So many other crops we are able to cultivate in the greenhouses. Then मैंने इरिगेटेड एरिया और उसके पहले रेनफेड को बताया. देन उसके बाद चैलेंज इकोसिस्टम्स, जैसा कोस्टल इकोसिस्टम है, वो फ्लड आएगा और सैलिनिटी का प्रॉब्लम रहेगा, तो कैसे हाउ वी डील विद दैट. यहाँ आप इस पिक्चर में जो देख रहा है, ये जो सीडलिंग्स है, ये ओवर एज्ड सीडलिंग्स है. जैसा नॉर्मली जो 30 to 35 डेज में जो ट्रांसप्लांटिंग में यूज करते हैं नर्सरी से, लेकिन यहाँ आप जो देख रहा है, ये जो राइस का जो सीडलिंग्स है, ये 60 डेज का है. क्या होता है, इसको एक क्षमता, एक रेजिलियंस कैपेसिटी बन जाता है. जहां ये ट्रांसप्लांट करेगा एट द लेट एज, इसका हाइट एडवांटेज के कारण क्या होता है, वहां फील्ड में ऑलरेडी 25-30 सेंटीमीटर रहेगा, इसका अच्छी तरह से रेजिलिएंट होके बढ़िया एस्टैब्लिश होकर आ जाता है. एंड इट इज अ वेरी वेल प्रूवन टेक्नोलॉजी, इट इज कमिंग अप वेल. एंड सिमिलरली जहां कोस्टल एरिया है, वह जो सॉल्ट का इश्यू है, यह जो आपने जो स्ट्रक्चर देख रहा है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ सबसरफेस वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर. ज्यादा डेप्थ में जाएंगे तो सैलिनिटी प्रॉब्लम आएगा, बट वी विल बी ओनली डिगिंग दैट वन इन द शैलो एरिया, एंड इसमें स्वीट वाटर रहेगा, नॉर्मल वाटर, इसके साथ कल्टीवेशन होगा. एंड ये जो आपने यहाँ जो देख रहा है, दिस इज ए कैजुलिना स्पीसीज, दिस इज बायोड्रेनेज. ये बायोड्रेनेज के कारण क्या होगा, वाटर लेवल जो अदरवाइज फ्लड टाइप का दिखाई पड़ता, दैट विल बिकम ए ऑप्टिमाइज्ड, एंड इट बिकम्स वेरी गुड फॉर द राइस कल्टीवेशन. एंड आफ्टर दैट ही कैन आल्सो कल्टीवेट क्रॉप्स लाइक वाटरमेलन. सो इट विल प्रोवाइड अ बेटर रिटर्न टू हिम. लैंड सिनेरियो पूरा कंजीनियल होके बैठ जाएगा. एंड सम ऑफ द अल्टरनेट क्रॉप्स लाइक वाटर चेस्टनट एंड ऑल, अगर वहां ज्यादा 1 मीटर से ज्यादा एरिया रहेगा, बहुत शैलो सबमर्ज्ड है, सासर शेप्ड वाटर बॉडी से, तो उसको वो कर सकता है. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जैसा किसान भाइयों के लिए, जब हमारे पास बहुत अच्छा स्कीम है प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना, उसको और भी कैसे स्ट्रेंथन करें, तो उसके लिए हम लोग इंटरनेशनल वाटर मैनेजमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट, हम लोग मिलके, आईसीआर मिलके एक इंडेक्स डेवलप किया, एक सूचिका डेवलप किया. तो उसमें क्या है, बेसिकली अगर राइस फील्ड में बहुत ज्यादा गहरा में पानी रह जाता है, ज्यादा डेप्थ में, अगर ज्यादा लंबा ड्यूरेशन रहता है, उस वहां डैमेज ज्यादा होगा. तो उसको अगर हम इंडेक्स की फॉर्म में लेके सैटेलाइटिक इमेजेस के द्वारा कैप्चर करके, उसका हमारा इंडेक्स की बेसिस में उसके इंश्योरेंस दिया जाएगा. जैसे कि यहाँ 20,000 रुपीज अगर उसके लिए फिक्स किया था 1 हेक्टेयर के लिए, तो उसमें क्या है कि जिस फार्मर के पास इंडेक्स अगर 0.5 है, तो उसको 0.5 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 20,000, दैट इज 10,000 मिलेगा. जिनका 0.2 है उनको 4,000 मिलेगा. जिसका 1 है, ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 17 डेज के बाद अगर लंबा ड्यूरेशन है और 1 मीटर का डेप्थ है, देन वो राइस का लॉस कंप्लीट हो जाए. then in that case you will get the index of 1, then you will get the total 20,000. So in that way, this is the picture which you are seeing. This is from Bihar, this is from Patna, but the farmers are from the Muzaffarpur district of the Bihar, who have got the insurance from the central ministers, agriculture minister, animal husbandry minister for the 3 years. And this is based on the index which we developed. इसी तरह का चीज को और भी आगे बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. अगर सस्टेनेबिलिटी के जो बात करते हैं तो वी हैव टू सी द some of the different diverse areas where it may be a northern eastern India, whether it may be Ladakh. So if you see that type of ecosystem, to make the cost reduced, we need to utilize the local material for making the you can say like हम लोग जो अभी जो पॉली हाउसेस की बात करते हैं, ग्रीन हाउसेस की बात करते हैं, सपोज अगर हमने ऐसा प्रोटेक्टेड कल्टीवेशन स्ट्रक्चर बनाए जिसमें जो मटेरियल वहां का locally available वाला से बनाए, so that will be highly useful in reducing the cost. You can see these are the pictures which you have taken from the Leh very recently only. And ये सब को कैसे फार्मर को कैसे हम लोग डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करें. दिस इज अ पिक्चर फ्रॉम वाटर टेक्नोलॉजी सेंटर. डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ ड्रिपर्स है, इनलाइन है और रेन गन है, आपको स्प्रिंकलर है, माइक्रो स्प्रिंकलर है, कैसे हम लोग ये बताएं. This is of course during the foundation day of ICAR, Honorable Agriculture Minister, when they visited, we were showing the model of that automated surface irrigation system. ये जो है प्रोटेक्टेड कल्टीवेशन में अभी अर्बन यूथ को हेल्प करने के लिए हम लोग एक 100 प्लांट मॉडल एक डेवलप किया फ्रॉम द सेंटर फॉर द प्रोटेक्टेड कल्टीवेशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, जिसको मैं अभी उसका भी मेरा दायित्व में है. आई एम ऑल्सो होल्डिंग द एडिशनल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. इसके अंदर में ये क्या है, 100 प्लांट्स के लिए 100 लीटर का नीचे न्यूट्रिएंट सॉल्यूशन है, वहां से पंप होके जाएगा टू प्रोवाइड द फोटोसिंथेसिस एंड ऑल. एंड ये विद इन 45 डेज इसका साइकिल कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. इसका कॉस्ट अभी ओनली 30,000 है. हम लोग इसको 25,000 तक और भी कम करने के लिए वी आर मेकिंग आवर एफर्ट्स. सो क्या होगा, इसमें कम स्पेस में इवन अर्बन एरियाज लाइक अपार्टमेंट्स में अपना बालकनी स्पेस में भी रख सकता है. इन ए ईयर मिनिमम 7 साइकिल्स यूथ कैन टेक इट with a less investment and बहुत अच्छी रिटर्न आएगा. three different layers है, different crops can also be taken. So what I talked in the beginning, जैसा हेड पोर्शन की जो बात है वो अभी तक मैंने कवर किया. बिगिनिंग में मैंने जो फिलोसॉफी का जो इंपॉर्टेंस बताया, let us see again coming back to the balance portion, that hard portion. तो हम लोग अगर कुछ चीज करें एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में, उसका मोटिवेशन कहाँ से आएगा? ये मोटिवेशन कहीं बाहर से नहीं आएगा. ये इंटरनल प्रोसेस है. it will make us little bit behave in a like a excited electron will behave the moment you get that motivation from inside. Definitely we get examples from others, but again everything should be manifested from inside. Then ideology, Indian हिस्ट्री में ऐसे तरह के आइडियल पर्सनालिटीज है, उनसे आइडियोलॉजी बना है, उसी से हम लोग ये कर सकता है. Of course, your parents, teachers, and friends, anybody can be a motivating person. Your educational system, and also the life history and sayings of the great leaders. Here I have already talked about Swamiji's philosophy. Dr. Abdul Kalam, such a great motivator, the way in which he contributed. You see the example, even though he is having his field mainly in the atomic field, where he had made, such a significant contributions, outstanding contributions. But at the same time, he has also given contributions in the field of medicine. See, the Dr. Somaraju, when he was in Hyderabad, a cardiologist, with him, Dr. Kalamji has talked to him because there was a time when the children were suffering with the heart ailments. The cost of, you can say like the angioplasty was very high. So to reduce that, to reduce the cost, he has collaborated with Dr. Somaraju, and they have come up with such type of stent, which has almost reduced the cost by 70%. So why he has done? Because it is not the technology where you are having expertise, it is the sensitiveness towards the society which can make you to enter into the another area, because your sensitivity has dominated towards the human development, and your intelligence can definitely, it can cross the barriers of specific fields. So that is the line in which we also should see. Agriculture cannot restrict only to agriculture. It should take the opinion of other people, and agriculture should get the intellectual support from so many other fields. And similarly, Mother Teresa, who can be the better example than the extent of sacrifice which she has done. And that's a great example. Here I have shown the Sister Nivedita, a great disciple of Swami Vivekananda. Then we have actually a great personality from Odisha, and who is also having such type of sacrificing nature, and who has not bothered for his children also, and he has given his whole life for solving the problems of the society. And such type of great people from different regions of the country, from all the different states we are having. So such type of great people we should have. We call him as Utkalamani Gopabandhu Das. So he is a very great. Similarly, these are the great examples in science itself. You can say like one is in terms of the contribution of the in science. He brought the Nobel Prize, Dr. C.V. Raman. The way in which he has contributed, it's a great. Even Radhakrishnan ji, Mokshagundam Vishwesvaraya, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, and of course we have great people like Michael Faraday, who had made such a industrious effort when he was working even in the bookshop. He was binding the books, but had an attitude, a burning instinct. And finally, when he was met the Humphrey Davis, he has prepared notes based on his just preparation while he was working as an apprentice in the bookshop. And finally, he became a great scientist. And M.S. Swaminathan, we know the Bharat Ratna, the way in which he has brought the Green Revolution. There's so many examples, but what I want to say, finally, we have to, make our inside the manifestation from such type of great people. So if you see that that interpretation, take that motivation, then you will realize that the history of the world is that of the 6 men of faith, 6 men of deep, pure character. What we need to have is heart to feel, brain to conceive, and hand to work. And if you can do like that, you will become a great person. First of all, you increase your respect for yourself. So that's why when Swami Vivekananda says, will such a day come with when this life will go for the sake of others' good? The world is not a child's play, and great men are those who build highways for others with their heart's blood. This is very important. They don't bother that my heart blood is going there. They feel more happiness out of it. This has been taking place through eternity, that one builds a bridge by laying down his own body, and thousands of others cross the river through itself. Be it so, be it so. Such is the great philosophy. That type of holiness we should take. And in case of Mother India, the Swamiji felt that India will be raised not with the power of flesh, but with the power of the spirit. Not with the flag of destruction, but with the flag of peace and love. One vision I see clear as life before me, that the ancient mother has awakened once more, sitting on her throne, rejuvenated, more glorious than ever. Proclaim her to the world with the voice of peace and benediction. This is very important. He has brought the philosophy of harmony, understanding the philosophy of all religions. The every religion talks about good thing, how to get a overall assimilation of those good things. And finally, the humanity is the biggest religion, to which all these religions are the branches. And that is the interpretation power which Swamiji is having. If we can really take some clue out of it, that will help us. And similarly, if you study the past, it was very glorious. Our future also will be glorious. Continue with that spirit. That is the one. And service attitude of Mother Teresa, spiritual richness, holiness, and authority of Sri Adi Shankaracharya, who talked about Advaita Vedanta, that can also be a good source of inspiration. So I would like to just conclude that even though this conclusion is the technology side, the head portion, that is the judicious use of water resources and their sustainable management, along with the accelerated adoption of water Egyptian technologies, is the need of hour for ensuring water and food security in India, thereby ensuring Vikasit Bharat. This is the head portion, because in the rain-fed area, we need to enhance the storage capacity. We need to bring such type of technologies, which I have shown some only, for the enhancing the conservation, storage, and utilization. Whereas in case of irrigation, we have to enhance the water use efficient practices. We have to reduce the cost and also come up with the sustainable water management practices in irrigated areas. And we also have to utilize the wastewater. I have not talked here because time is limited. Otherwise, we have a Jalopchar technology from Water Technology Center, which helps in the treatment of the urban wastewater, especially the municipal wastewater. So if we can do that, that will lead to the, when the water resources are going to be reduced, I have shown in the initial slide, to 73% from 84, so we need to be prepared with the high water use efficient practices to compensate it. These technologies will help to move in that direction, but only the head portion cannot make us to achieve it. We need to do it with the heart portion, have that concern for the farming community, towards the society, towards the poor and the downtrodden. Then that combination will make the Vikasit Bharat. So with this, I just would like to conclude my presentation. And thank you very much, Ankurji, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
यदि किसी पार्टिसिपेंट की कोई क्वेरी है तो 5 मिनट का डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशन है। आप 1 to 1 क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं डॉक्टर साहब से। 5 मिनट का समय है, ये याद रखें, ठीक है। जिस भी फैकल्टी साइंटिस्ट को कोई बात करनी है इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक को लेकर, आप अपना क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं।
हेलो सर।
Yeah, please. I think Purnima.
सर, यस, गुड इवनिंग सर। बहुत ही अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन था और साथ में you have given gist of spiritual knowledge. That is the basic thing. We all, our all education system must be based on that only. Then only we can flourish wholly. सर, एक ये क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे माइक्रो इरिगेशन के अंडर का एरिया बढ़ाना चाहिए हमें, सो दैट वाटर सेविंग होगा, क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन होगा। लेकिन सर इसमें जो प्लास्टिक कितना निकलेगा, जैसे जैन इरिगेशन का मैं मैनुअल देख रही थी तो उसमें बोल रहे कि लेटरल वी कैन यूज फॉर 3 to 4 सीजन मैक्सिमम, फर्टिगेशन सिस्टम वी कैन यूज फॉर 3 to 4 years and even pump set also 5 years. Then sir, अगर ये प्लास्टिक इतना ज्यादा अगर हम बढ़ाएंगे एरिया अंडर में तो प्लास्टिक भी यूज होगा। सो ये क्या अच्छा है फॉर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट? एंड कोई स्टडी हुई है क्या कि कितना प्लास्टिक पर हेक्टेयर बेसिस पे निकलेगा पीरियोडिक?
Exactly, madam. You are very much right. The problem is while making our efforts for bringing the infrastructure for irrigation, some of the infrastructural efforts, they also bring some negative things also. So one area where in micro irrigation this is there, and we have a study on microplastics from Environmental Science Division and even some other institutes also. The thing is that for that there is one solution is there. We have also discussed this one in the global platform, especially the Boroch, which supplies the material for the Jain irrigation and also Netafim and all that. What is that solution is, once the material is being used by the farmers, as you rightly said, after some time, the material, when it is almost like damaged and, that needs to be taken away, actually we have to come up with a recycling infrastructure. So that recycling infrastructure at a village level, it is not possible, but at a block level, at a cluster of villages level, we need to make it compulsory for the different firms which are doing it. So what will happen? They will collect it from the farmers and they will again put it into the recycling one. And once the recycling will be done, at least, that will not be added to the soil. But some of the small portions which will be added to the soil in the form of microplastics and all, some limited one you can't avoid completely, but you can reduce, what you can say, like you can minimize it or you can reduce from the present one. This is the thing.
सर, वन मोर सोल्यूशन जैसे दिखता है कि अभी जो भी रिसर्च हो रही है फूड हम ले रहे हैं उसमें बोलते हैं कि व्हीट और राइस में बहुत कम न्यूट्रिएंट है और वो हमारे हेल्थ के लिए उतना अच्छा भी नहीं है। सो अगर हम पॉपुलेशन का फूड पैटर्न चेंज कर सकें कि इंस्टेड ऑफ कंज्यूमिंग मोर राइस, क्योंकि राइस इज वेरी वाटर इंटेंसिव क्रॉप, सो वो वाटर हम दूसरे डाइवर्ट कर सकते हैं फॉर वेजिटेबल, फ्रूट्स एंड एज यू टोल्ड ऑयल एंड पल्सेस प्रोडक्शन। सो दैट इज आल्सो वन टाइप ऑफ
that is true, madam. That comes under optimal cropping pattern. मैंने उसमें भी वर्कआउट किया था, मैंने यहाँ दिखाया नहीं क्योंकि it becomes law. But one issue, madam, एक साइड से तो राइस को तो कम करना है, बट इफ यू सी द रीसेंट फिगर नाउ द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का अभी जो रीसेंट स्टैटिस्टिक्स आप देखेंगे, राइस का एरिया अभी जो लास्ट 2 years बैक 47 मिलियन हेक्टेयर जो है, अभी 50 मिलियन हेक्टेयर अभी रिसेंटली टच हुआ है, क्योंकि एरिया जो बढ़ रहा है। दूसरा तरफ से हम लोग डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के लिए एंकरेज कर रहे हैं, लेकिन लो वाटर कंज्यूमिंग क्रॉप्स के लिए, लेकिन लो वाटर कंज्यूमिंग क्रॉप्स जहां पॉसिबल है, जहां वाटर इज ए लिमिटिंग फैक्टर, वहां फार्मर्स को कन्विंस करके करा सकते हैं। लेकिन मैडम, there are several pockets where rice is grown where it is a lowland, okay? जहां lowland है वहां ऐसा ही बारिश, बहुत बरसात इतना होता है, एंड वहां lowland है स्पेशली ईस्टर्न इंडिया में, वहां राइस छोड़ के दूसरा क्रॉप खरीफ में उस पर्टिकुलर इकोसिस्टम में सर्वाइव नहीं हो पाता है, समझ गए ना? उस पर्टिकुलर पोर्शंस में वी शुड नॉट थिंक फॉर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन। वहां राइस का ही कैसे और वाटर कम देके कैसे कर सकते हैं वो सोचना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि वहां पल्सेस ऑयल सीड्स दे विल नॉट सर्वाइव, स्पेशली इन द खरीफ सीजन इन द लो लैंड कंडीशन, बिकॉज वाटर लॉगिंग को सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाएगा। तो आपने जो पॉइंट बताया दैट विल बी गुड इन अ वाटर लिमिटेड एनवायरनमेंट, उसमें भी हम लोग काम किया है, उसके लिए भी कुछ इंडेक्स डेवलप किया है, कहाँ कहाँ उसको करना चाहिए, कहाँ हम लोग को नहीं करना चाहिए।
वेरी गुड सर, थैंक यू सर।
Sir, I have one query.
Yeah, please, Dr. Ibrahim ji, please.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir, for your excellent and highly informative lecture.
Thank you.
Sir, I would like to know that whether your automated surface irrigation technology that you have shown here can be adopted for large nalas, specifically for that automatically opening and closing sluice gates.
Yeah.
So we can use to control flooding or prevent backflow of water. So in flooding and waterlogged areas.
No, yeah, actually it can be used in the canal commands.
Okay.
Where especially after the distributary, once the field channel level, at the field channel level, once it is you are giving at the, you can say like a tertiary level, where the field channel will be providing the water to the series of the fields. There it is highly useful. But if you put it at a very high pressure particular condition we are talking about, where heavy flow will come, there it is not advisable to do that one, which we have. So this is good for the what you can say like at the tertiary level, where directly the water will come to the field channel, and from the field channel, several acres of the agriculture land that gets irrigated. So there this will be useful, because where if the slope is not very high, what will happen? This indicator will be helpful for the larger area. The only the farmer needs to go for only the additional sensors in the additional area. Whereas the total operating unit, you can keep it a single one, where the slope is less, where it is a uniform one, you can easily operate it. That is the one.
Okay.
We wanted to reduce the cost. We have done it for the rice and wheat. Now with the Indian Institute of Farming System Research, we are developing it for the sugarcane also.
Okay. It is available in the market, sir, right now?
No. Just now we have completed it, and we have used it for the display and technology level mein hai. Now we will be doing it maybe from the next year onwards.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please tell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dr. Diski Dolkar from Leh Ladakh, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Disker, how are you? Fine?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you for the nice presentation, sir. And I'm happy to see that the 2 slides you have presented from Ladakh were from our campus.
Thank you. Yeah. I had been to Leh. Actually, there was some project review meeting was there to Leh. So in the Leh, those pictures are from the Leh only. Yeah, please tell. Yeah, please tell.
It was nice presentation, sir. I have nothing to say that.
Okay. Thank you. And in Leh, I would like to just add one thing. One thing we need to go for the actually lift irrigation, because the water flow in the river is quite at a lower level. The fields are at quite higher level. So we need to come up with some of the lift irrigation system which we have developed successfully in states like Telangana, in Karnataka. So where we have done Rameswar lift irrigation and all is a very successful one. So similar type of efforts we need to do there.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ankur. I think if everything is okay, then we'll finish it now. We'll conclude it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If
Thank you
anyone
very
is
much for the
having
patient
any
hearing.
kind of doubt, you can still ask, and I think it is self-explanatory. And सर ने बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से सब कुछ समझाया है. So if still is anyone having any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we can conclude the session.
Nandini madam, you have done excellent opening, and very impressively you have made your job, and thanks for that.
Thank you so much, sir.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद डॉक्टर साहब, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Ankur ji. So thank you very much, for giving me an opportunity to share some of the thoughts. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I'll conclude, sir, on the behalf of organizing committee of this FDP training program and AgriMeet Foundation Bharat, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for delivering such a thought-provoking and inspiring session today. Your words have given us new perspectives on agricultural water management, sustainability, and innovation. The clarity with which you shared your experiences and research achievements has deeply enriched all the participants. It was truly an honor to host you, and we look forward to more opportunities to learn from your wisdom in the future and stay connected for future academic activities. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
Everyone can leave.